people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois.
Hey, you guys, hope y'all can hear me okay. I'm if you didn't notice, I'm trying to upgrade the channel as promised. I told you guys, thank you for your channel support. As my channel grow, I've been able to I hope you can hear me okay. I've been able to try to practice and look on YouTube. I'm trying to get the sound right. I'm trying to figure out how I can really change things on this channel. So thanks for bearing with me. Hello, Conscious. Great live today. I enjoyed being over there. I appreciate your support. You don't have to do that. Like when I tell you I went through everything I went through, and I'm looking forward to this new year, and we're doing so good. And I'm telling you, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting. So you guys that went through it with me and helped me, I'm not giving up. So thank you, Conscious. Thank you so much for it. Y'all support and subscribe to Conscious for the facts. She's not a Burgundy Blue Tiffany Team Tiffany. This thing, she's just giving us the paperwork, which I think a lot of us mix. And I actually think, Conscious, that might be why they group you in with like a what they want. They created this group themselves. Nobody had a group, but they grouped us in with Tiffany supporters because you are giving the numbers. This is my personal opinion. And some people may not like that. Some people may not like, I've been told myself, don't talk about that. Don't shush. Don't bring that up. I've been told that myself. Hey, Cynthia, how's it going? Okay, you guys. So I'm just here you guys. So shout out to the Lansing Journal, aka Conscious. I'm sorry, Conscious, aka Conscious, I guess. But I was there, so I didn't I didn't see Melanie and Conscious morph into one person. Cynthia, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy New Year, love. Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to this new year. It was a lot of stuff going on last year, but I got rid of a lot of dead weight too, just because of this Dolton debacle. So it's sort of a win-win. You win some, you lose some. So let's go on over here to Thornton Township. Thanks again to the Lansing Journal. Let me put their link in the chat. We thought we were gonna. Thank you, Cynthia. We thought we were gonna get away with not even Conscious says it's me. You are so funny. Thanks, Conscious, for putting up the special meeting agenda. So shout out to Melody Youngsma. Thank you for always staying on top of everything Thornton Township so we can stay informed and connected. Okay, that's what Melanie's slogan: informed and connected. Okay, so Thornton Township closes out the 2024 with a special meeting. Agenda is posted. Now, see, this is what I thought, you guys. Actually, I thought that I thought we were done with the meetings to the New Year's. Here they go, special meeting. This time it's in Harvey City Hall. Finally, because those co-mingling of the meetings at the Park District, I was like, what's that about? So you're going to have all the meetings at Dolton? Okay. Harvey City Hall, 4 p.m. on Monday. Okay. So it says Thornton Township Clerk Loretta Wells emailed the Lansing Journal the following agenda for the special meeting scheduled for Monday, December 30th at 4. Okay. Appointing a replacement. Here you go, Conscious. This is something you could talk about. Appointing a replacement to fill the trustee vacancy does not appear on the agenda. So I think this is my first time reading it. So I think they really want to get that township open. The whole thing, I didn't even read the agenda yet. Sorry, I got to drink a little water. But I think the whole thing was that they wanted to ruin Christmas. What did you say, Conscious? The Grinch that stole Christmas. That was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. So, meeting call to order, roll call, pledge of allegiance, approval of bills, general fund, general assistance fund, road and bridge fund. Old business, approval of supervisors 100% property tax refund for all homeowners of Thornton Township, approval of bonuses for all Thornton Township employees, approval of the forensic audit proposal submitted by Edie Bailey, motion to approve IT and Senior Services Department and receive a credit card to handle day-to-day operations, adopt a 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-009 for Thornton Township General Assistance Fund, adopt 2024-2025 budget and appropriation ordinance 24-010 for Thornton Township General Fund. Resolutions, proclamations, and ordinances. Number 1, approve ordinance 24-013, General Fund and General Assistance Fund, tax levy ordinance. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Sorry, my alarm had went off. Sorry, got to check that. New business, acceptance of property insurance. Oh, look, there you go, Conscious. Acceptance of property insurance presented by Alliant. Acceptance of auto insurance presented by Alliant. Okay, supervisor's report, public comments, and adjournment. This is going to be at the Harvey City Hall, you guys, so don't go to the Thornton Township because remember I told you guys while everybody was taking up pictures, I understand what it was. Don't get me wrong. Everyone had pictures of the Thornton Township van traveling. They're insured until December 30th at midnight. They're still insured. So you'll see the van going on the 30th. The insurance cuts off. I did the research, looked at the emails, called the phones. They have insurance until the 30th. Okay. That's in writing. Now, let's talk about it. I only do the FOIAs, but if any other content creator out there, I think this will be a great, because it's been a big argument about who's in charge of the insurance, right? That Choose Compassion so kindly put up about the Chicago Tribune article about the state senator allegedly being over. Not allegedly, he is, right? I always forget the name, the committee man for the Southland Insurance Committee man. Where does Alliant fall in that? Who owns Alliant? What would they offer? How much would the taxpayers have to pay? Is the supervisor insurable? You know what I mean? It's a lot of questions. That's the company on those papers. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. I don't think the trustees will end their boycott for this special meeting, although some state that the trustees' boycott meetings violate the oath. I can't read all that. That even I'm not to be offensive. My StreamYard cut it off, but I see what you're saying. It's a trend. They cut it off. I don't know if you cut it off or StreamYard. It just say to be continued, unless you said that. Maybe you said to be continued. Okay, so let's go to Alliant. Let's see what we can find. Hit the like button. So what do you guys think? So we got one. Instantran said that they don't think that the trustees will show up. Let's see. That's interesting. So are you saying that the mayor, not the mayor, I'm sorry, y'all. Not the mayor. The supervisor called the meeting? Maybe, because if the supervisor called the meeting, that would mean, this is my assumption, I don't know. That would mean that that's why the trustee vacancy is not on there. That's what I could say. So I could go with that. Let's go to Thornton Township, and then let's go to Alliance and see what they can offer. 133 people in here. Can you guys please hit the like button? 17 likes. We're just talking about what's going on. And also we're going to go over the calendar for the special meetings of 2025. Did they did approve that. They did approve that. I'm about to say, when did this happen? Okay. So, so this is where I'll be. So let's go. So you guys know I'll be covering this part. So I'll be at Blueberry Field on the 30th. So I'll be streaming that for you guys. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And this is for you guys per request, because that's the day that Nate Fields goes back up to see if he's going to be on the ballot. Okay. So I'm wondering, so that starts at December 30th at 10 a.m. So it says, and you know, it was kind of awkward the last time I was there because it was like a meeting, but they were sitting at a table and it was like a breakfast. I don't think it'll be like this because I think that I can't see Nate Fields sitting there eating breakfast with Keith Price and Michael Smith. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm just all this. I don't even see Nate Fields having an appetite on the 30th. But it says call to order, roll call, and this is what we're going to go over. It's going to be if he can get on the ballot. So I don't know why Christopher Clark is up there. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Christopher Clark. I thought he was already on the ballot. Maybe I had it wrong. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Nathaniel Fields. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Sidney Moore. DeMarcus Quigley versus Stafford Owens. William Long and Jarlene Harris versus Nathaniel Fields. Then you got William Long and Jarlene Harris versus Stafford Owens. Then you have Valerie Stubbs versus Stafford Owens. And then you have Sheila Ashley versus Nate Fields. Then you have Sheila Ashley versus Sidney Moore. And then you have the trustee cases. You have Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Corinne Davis. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Jacinta Golston. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Rachel Jones. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Felicia Melvin. I'm sorry. Keith Price and Michael Smith versus Dominique Randall L. William Long and Jarlene Harris versus Felicia Melvin. And Sheila Ashley versus Felicia Melvin. Now, this is the thing. On the 30th, I don't think it's going to be that many people there. Because I thought we were there. I thought it went through that many people, right? Chris, yeah, it'll be interesting. Okay, let's go back to the agenda. Let's go. I'm looking at you guys. Let's go right back. So that's what we'll be doing at 10 a.m. And then you guys will probably have your boys back, the men of the streams. I made sure they knew that it was going to be the supermen of the streams, the super streamers. That's going to be Critical Smoker. Make sure you're subscribed over there. And also Reality Check TV. I know most of my community. I know you guys subscribe to them. I just want to make sure in case you didn't, you do, because they're the ones that's giving you the live streaming. Let's go back to that agenda. Let's go to Loretta Wells and let's put a blue heart in the chat for Loretta Wells just for putting stuff up on time and we don't have to go look for it. This is readily accessible for anybody all over the world for you to look at it, and then double down on that because she also contacted the Atlanta Journal and said, hey, this agenda is up. So let's see. So shout out to her. I know she's probably overworked. We can't complain about her paycheck. I know she worked her paycheck. So this will be at 4:00. Now remember, it's going to be at Harvey City Hall, and then you have the right here. I just want to see who signed it. That's what we're looking for. Let's see if we can see who signed it. We don't have a signature, guys. We don't have a signature. So the 30th. So here's another proof. Like we go by paperwork. So here's another little bit of proof that the insurance is still active until the 30th. Now, I think at midnight it cancels. So this is a trivial meeting, you guys. So yes, you still see the Thornton Township bus. Remember during the meeting, Carmen told Tamika Hinyard The senior services have not been affected. So you guys, please let the seniors just do whatever they got to do for the next couple of days until the new year, if that's okay with you guys. Like, sometimes we're affecting real people lives because of stuff we got going on online and fighting for the seat. If they don't have insurance on the first or the 31st, is it the 31st this month? Is it yeah, whatever. If you see that bus out on the first, then you call 211 or 411 or whatever 11 you need to call. That means it wasn't insurance, right? But right now, they just never, just like you, if you missed a payment that 30 days before it lapsed, right? Let's say that. Let's go in here. Sorry, you guys. I'm missing your comments. Hey, Douglas, how you been? It's good to see you. We have the same insurance until the 30th. That's all we know. Hey, Scott. Okay. If I miss anybody, well, they never, Juanita, they don't have insurance. Okay, so my insurance lapse, right? It's gone. So the insurance said, well, since you didn't sign up, we don't want to deal with you anyway. So now I have to find new insurance. So they're just riding the wave until you ever got that notice your insurance will be canceled at midnight. Hopefully you didn't. But some like, coverage ends at this date. They did get an email, coverage end on the 30th. So we only going by the paperwork. But technically, Juanita, you're right. They don't have an insurance company right now. Melanie, she be dropping the paperwork, doesn't she? Any meeting agenda with tax refunds is written by Tiffany will result in a boycott. Any meeting agenda without tax refund was written by the trustees. I gotta look at the last agenda. Thanks for saying that. Let's look at the last. I love the fact check. That's a good key. We can look at that, right? Hold on, let me look Instantran. So like that. So we're gonna use the 30th as an example. Let's go to another sport special meeting. Okay. So see right here, we have it signed. I think that is a big difference. So what's the difference between the two agendas? So thanks for that, Instantran. It says approve the minutes for the special board meeting, approval of bills, that look the same, old business. Then they got the resolutions. That looks the same. Well, they got the appoint Alliance Insurance as the broker for record for workers' count. They got the lawn maintenance on there. Extended report period. Crime coverage. Approved Thornton Township cyber. Now that's missing. Approved Thornton Township cyber coverage. Okay, well, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna print both of these out and I'm gonna look at the history and we'll do a video on that, Instantran. I never noticed that little possibility. And I'm gonna put this in the now I do notice the difference right off the bat. That's signed and this is not signed. So here's another one. Let's look at this one. Thank you for that. You could be right. Because now this was called by Tiffany and I don't see a signature. I don't know if that's a big thing or a little thing, but that's something I noticed right away. So thanks for that comment. I love to fact check. So you guys, it could be a possibility that they won't show up and then we'll be in more of a pickle than ever. Wow. Ooh, this is nerve-wracking. Christmas is come and gone and we're over it. I'm really worried about the people that depend on that little extra, like the food, the after school programs, the senior bus service, just a little extra. Do you know, like, it could be one thing that could just throw you off, like you're depending all month that you would get your light bill paid. Like the lady on the news, did you guys see that news clip when she walked up and she said, hey, I was depending on, my whole house is electric. What am I supposed to do? And people were ragging on her, but if she went up there for the services, or like we're still talking about the mental health services, or she went up there, the senior lunches are $1.50. and can't get that little bit extra, that could set people back a really long time. So y'all pray for everybody. Pray for everybody. Let's go. Cher says the way the agenda is numbered, Chris and Carmen shouldn't come because their vote will be required for sketchy things on the agenda. What did you think was sketchy, Cher? Let me know. What did you think was sketchy? We saw her today. She dropped by. Hey Scott. Pause. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. We're just talking about the agenda. yeah. You haven't been listening. We talk about paperwork. Okay. Oh, Cher clarified. The first three could be vote. Oh, let me go back to that, Cher. Sorry if I'm cut. If you're still here, I just want to go over these comments. You guys, we got 211 people in here. Hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts. This special meeting has been called. So let's say we're gonna go with like with Cher and Instatrans saying it's certain things on the agenda that so maybe Tiffany called this meeting. Do you guys think that the trustees will show if Tiffany called it? Why for yes, or one for yes, two for no? I want to know where you think it'll go, like what will happen. And now we have okay. So now, guess what? We have an answer to our question a little bit, right? Can we get assurance? So yes, we could get assurance. At least we know that much. Now this is going to be the problem. How much is it going to cost? Will it cost an arm and a leg now because of all the drama? Okay. So wait, the first three could be voted on by Chris and Carmen the same way Chris came and went that time after voting the first three. That would make sense. Okay. So you said, but wait, I forgot. Remember he voted on the bills and he left. Does that still pass even after yeah, they passed at that time. Thanks for reminding. They did. So he voted on the bills and he left. And you know another thing? I was looking at those old minutes on Thornton Township. A lot of times they did let the trustees call in. I was reading those old minutes and trustees were calling in, especially poor Miss Washington. Once she got sick, she since passed on. She called into all the meetings. Let's see. Let's see. What we saw. Oh, y'all talking with Kenneth. I don't know what that means, Anthony. I'm sorry. You're saying if that's what's with why she shut down. She didn't shut down Dolton. She didn't shut down Dolton. Oh, thank you. Conscious is answering in the chat. Okay. Yeah, everybody forgets about Keith Freeman, right? What did Trina say? He's baby Jesus. She cracks me up. She like, now he baby Jesus. Oh, that hey. I bet you know what though? I bet you he's stressed every day because he has to do, I would never want to be in that kind of situation. Oh, I forgot about that tax refund. Oh, the tax refund for the residents and what's the other thing? The bonus, right? Instantran. I forgot about both of those. You're right. I only go with the paperwork, child. Why? Because the appointments are last thing on the list, I believe. Yeah, but I think we need somebody there to help. Okay, I could be wrong, Roman, but I think from what I remember, the clock don't start until they accept his appointment. So that'll be like 5 months and his seat is up. So Stephanie technically, let's say I'm just using Stephanie since she put her name out there. Stephanie technically, like she's like, oh, I'll just fill the last 5 months. But they'll reelect her if she, they'll reelect her for the next 4 years. You don't think they'll show up? Wow, what's gonna happen to the township? Y'all do know it's other townships in Illinois. Check my page. I'll play it at the end of this video. We were talking about the township in Illinois. The supervisor over there, y'all, she went to the casino with the township credit card. She went to the casino with the township credit card. And when they saw it on the warrant list, she was like, oh, I used it on accident because I got the same bank as them in the same pen. It's a pickle. These townships are a pickle. Hey Keith, it's good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, who else I'm missing? The resignation acceptance is above the appointment. Okay. Roman, I must have missed it. Let's go back. Let's go to the Lancet Journal. I like to go to the Lancet Journal, make sure that she gets her clicks. And you guys, she still has a fundraiser going on. That's Melanie over there. General fund, budget, IT. Oh, this is so they want the I meant to out number 4. They want the you know what else? Am I wrong? I don't think the trustees put the forensic audit up on their stuff either. So I think that's another clue. I think this is right. I think you're right in this instance for sure. This is allegedly because I didn't see any signature, but we're just going to use the what's that I want to say the power of reduction or whatever to say this is probably a Tiffany meeting. And you know what else? It's not the Park District. I think the trustees would have went to the Park District if it's open because it is New Year's Eve and they do book parties. Interesting. Very interesting. Y'all, we catching on with this paperwork thing, aren't we? Thumbs up the video, you guys. Why do I have 42 likes? Even if you don't like me, thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. Nobody will know it's you. Hey, Karen, great to see you. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, they said the clock won't stop until it happened. No, I think we got. Well, you know what would be a fun video? I think it's okay. In Dolton, it's only for Dolton, you have, of course, Jason, Brittany. Well, Jason technically is at the end of his 2-term limit. So he has to technically be mayor, you know what I mean? Because he can't be trustee again anyway. So you got Jason, you got Brittany, and you got Kiana Belcher. Right. Andrew Holmes is still there for another 2 years. Stan Brown is still there another 2 years. Tammy Brown's another 2 years. Over in Thornton Township, let me see. We can play the video because we always go with facts over here. So here you go. We'll make it quick. I'm gonna fast forward. So Cassandra's up.
There you go. Congratulations, Loretta.
Clerk Wells is up.
Congratulations, BFF. Congratulations, BFF. I'm proud of you, baby.
I want to congratulate Frank Zuccarelli from Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore
And Judge Cherie Henry.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Frank.
Congratulations. All right. Let's go.
Y'all are going to have to pay for this left one, y'all.
Leave out of here. Let's go. What's the plan? Let's start this.
You need to do in order to get elected. So, Frank started out at the street level and worked his way up. And so, Frank, as we all know, Frank.
I'll put the link in here too, so y'all can watch the whole video. It's an hour long, so we won't spend that much time. But you get to see all your people now. Unfortunately, Frank passed away the next year, which is basically what Tiffany is doing. She's carrying out Frank's term. So that $200 and some thousand she make, that's Frank's salary, right? But if she goes back to, let's say she would have ran again, that's mainly why she put that ordinance in place. Remember, I'm gonna make 200 or something, but the new supervisor make 25,000. Not ordinance. She tried to pass that law, but it didn't pass, you guys. She would have started at like 60,000. I think it was like 59,000 or something like that. She would have started right there. She would have started from that amount, from 200 and some thousand. So she was trying to keep that 200 and some thousand. But also don't forget, the trustees signed the same thing. They said if you became a new trustee, you were going to get about 5,000, but they would keep their salary. So yeah, it was, but it didn't pass. So you guys are okay. But let's say Tiffany was reelected. She would have to start over as a first term mayor. I'm sorry, guys. So forgive me. First term supervisor. And if she would have started at that first term supervisor, she would have dropped down from 220,000 to like 60,000. And that's the real reason that ordinance was in place, because that was a big blow, right? And I say ordinance again, but she was trying to put that law into place.
But he is a man of his word, and Jill and I were very honored and humbled and proud to be affiliated with Frank for about 35 years, and we still want to stay in touch. And I just want to say that Jill and I were happy to come here. Those of you that might not know that we retired in the fall of 2018, and I want to tell you, we miss y'all dearly. We really do. We miss all of you, and we're just really delighted to be here tonight and humbled that we're with all of you here tonight. So that's the end of my stories. I could stand up here. Actually, I could stand up here for 2 or 3 hours and tell war stories about things that Frank and I used to do at election time, like things with political signs, wink, wink, Frank. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that wasn't Frank. That was some guy that looked like you. But Frank used to be in the day. Frank was out on the streets, and Frank was doing a lot of the nitty gritty, rough and tumble political stuff that you need to do in order to get elected. So, Frank started out at the street level and worked his way up. And so, Frank is, as we all know, Frank is a great guy, and he deserved every turn that he.
And I think it's cool that the people that we keep on mentioning Frank's name, but we get a little history of Frank here. I think that's pretty cool. You guys hit the like button. Let's listen a little more.
He's been elected. And so with that, I want to bring up my friend, Mike Zuccarelli.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry that you've been waiting. Usually, if you come to meet me, everybody usually waits. But as I've said before, my sister and my brother know that it was my mom's fault. Because she always wanted to make sure that everybody was here before she got started. So we always start late. And, I don't know what to say to some of the comments that Don has made and some of the other people that worked with me and ran for office with me. I didn't know what we were going to do from the start. I just knew we were going to do something. And the ones that told us we weren't going to do it, we went right after them. We were going to show them, yeah, we were going to. And we were successful because we always told the truth and we never lied to our friends and our neighbors. And if we couldn't get something done, we'll figure out another way to get it done. But we'd eventually get it all done. And we got it all done because of the people that believed in us. Never be, when you start running for office, never be so excited that, hey, I'm the man. No, you're not. The people will tell you if you're the man or the lady. And if you're not, they'll let you know pretty quick. So don't let it all go to your head. Understand something. We are your servants. I believe that more than anything in the whole world. And I love what I'm doing. I wish I could do this till I die. I promise I'm not going to do this until I die.
I promise I was just saying that, Douglas. I'm so annoyed.
But anyway, tonight is just a great opportunity for me to say thank you.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes. I'm like, that music. You can hardly hear what he's saying. Let's get to the people swearing in. Hit the like button, guys.
Be nice to everybody, because, you know, everybody's worried about you. You just say you're pretty mean, and you're not going to be that friendly with everybody. And you're just sort of faking it. I'm just telling you what they said. I don't know how true it is. So, yeah, you know, you'll have to see her. You'll have to see how she is. She's a little moody. Yes, I can tell you about that. She's a little moody. But I don't want to make fun of anybody anymore. It's just my way of telling them all thank you very much for being with me and helping me for all these years. I mean, I've been out of college now for 43 years, and I never thought I would be there that long. And I'm now here 29 years, and I've got four more years that I paid for my military service. So officially, I've got 33 years.
I can't. Let's go to the swearing in. Let's go. They're gonna be like, they're over there messing. Let's go to the. Let's go there.
Start off your careers here in Thornton Township, and know that you all will have a successful career.
Okay, I gotta turn this down. The music is okay. Let's just go to who all swore in, because this is a lot. Look who's here, guys. Look who's here. I just fast forward. Look who that is.
So Frank Zuccarelli, may you have a wonderful, successful 4 years, and congratulations to your entire team, your squad. I hope to be like you one day. You are my inspiration. You are my mentor. So thank you for all the support over in Dolton.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, y'all. How y'all feel about that? I didn't watch this. This was on my list of things to watch. What y'all think of? Can y'all hear me okay? I'm sorry. I'm trying to work out new equipment, so hopefully y'all can hear me okay. What y'all think about that? Did you hear what Tiffany said? Wow. I mean, did you guys hear it? Let's play it one more time. This is interesting. Now, none of them can stand each other.
There's another garbage bag.
Welcome back. Hey, how you doing? How that right here, Jack. Okay. Hi. Wait. Jackie, wait to this camera right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Thornton Township 2021 swearing in of the Frank Zuccarelli and his marvelous team, his trustees and his clerk, and this is one hell of a place to be in a time like this here. A few words from Mayor Tiffany.
I want to say congratulations to Frank Zuccarelli. May you have a wonderful, successful 4 years, and congratulations to your entire team, your squad. I hope to be like you one day. You are my inspiration. You are my mentor. So thank you for all the support over in Dolton.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I know you're going to do a great job.
Yes, thank you. So look, can I get 2 trucks?
He said, what did she say? What did she ask for, you guys? What she said, can I get some? But isn't it funny? So this is during COVID, right? The end of COVID. But what's so weird about it, right? What's so weird about it? Frank got on gloves and a mask in his hand, and he kissed. But wasn't a lot of people are like that? I saw Douglas put the chin mask. People be walking around with the mask on their chin during COVID. They got tired of that. They got really tired of that. Oh, this is sweet. This is sweet.
Squad. I hope to be like you one day. You are my inspiration. You are my mentor. So thank you for all the support over in Dolton.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I know you're going to do a great job.
Yes, thank you. So look, can I get 2 trucks?
What she said? Can I get 2 trucks or something like that? Is that what she said? So she was begging for Dolton, right? Like she said she would.
I need it for a lunch.
I need them for a lunch. That's her girl.
Congratulations. Madam Clerk.
Aww.
Congratulations. Love you.
Aww.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys. I think the problem come in. Look at that cake. How much y'all think that cake costs? Everybody name on there. So Joyce Washington, her chair went to. She passed away too that year that Frank did. So Joyce Washington, her chair went to. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a whole brain mishap. Okay, so Joyce Washington chair went to Carmen Carlisle. She was appointed, not elected. Christopher Gonzalez was sworn in. Remember, Christopher Gonzalez used to be. Can you guys hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I had to check. Christopher Gonzalez used to be actually our assessor. You guys remember that? He was our assessor, so he was like what Miss Cassandra is. Then you got Cassandra Elston. Her seat is up. As we know, she's over there with Dots. She'll be on Napoleon's ticket. Loretta C. Wells. I don't know who's running for clerk against Miss Wells. That she's probably going to rerun. Who ticket she will run on? I don't know because I know she's not running on Napoleon's ticket. Gerald Jones, he's gone. That's the seat that's up. Darlene Gray Everett, she's up for re-election right now. And Peppy. So everybody's seats are up. Everyone's seats. Now, how much y'all think that cake costs? I'll say what? $60? Which 2021? What would you say? A sheet cake? Did it come from a bakery? What would y'all say how much that costs? And the problem with the spending here that we have in the township, see how plain and simple that cake was? A plain sheet cake from Sam's Club or whatever. Probably came from Calumet Bakery, but or Walmart. A Walmart sheet cake, maybe $100. Now we gotta have cakes that look like a wedding cake, and that's the difference. Like we have to start budgeting stuff. This is a room full of people. They got some cheese and crackers and cake. They do not have a whole buffet. And I think that's the problem with a lot of what's going on here. So here's all the people that's there. I love Peppy name, Peppy DePew. Peppy DePew. That's the problem. Yeah, cupcakes are too expensive, right, Douglas? Like every cupcake. I don't know. I haven't bought cake in a long time. But when I do get cake and I get something like a nice caramel cake or something from a bakery, it's pretty pricey. Even a 12-inch cake. Here he go. He do have a buffet. I lied. But he got some mixed vegetables, some chicken. It's no kebabs on here, Conscious. No kebabs, no hog wild. Just some chicken, mashed potatoes, mixed vegetables. It's some masa. I told you Frank loved pasta. I think they said he was Italian, so he had his masticholi. That's pretty. That's enough. We don't need uh prime rib. This is good enough. You know what I mean? We don't need all that. Wait a minute. Feeding 100 people is not cheap no matter what. Look, Scott would know. Scott, thank you. It's not that bad. A couple of sheet cakes. What do you get? I'm gonna tell you what's expensive. I had to go to a funeral and I gave like my brother-in-law like $40 or something. We were all pitching in for chicken or something like that. I can't even remember. Somebody went and got the chicken, and we were like, "Oh, here go $20 here, $20 there." And it's like out here we have this thing called Sharks, fish and chicken. 100 wings was $90 or 100 and some dollars. I think it was 150 wings were like $90, and I think 100 wings was like 100 and some dollars. So you're not lying, Scott. You're not lying. How would you stretch it out to let me know. How would y'all stretch it out but still make it tasty to feed all these people at the township? Now, this is the question. Oh, they got Italian beef? Now that's pretty good. This is a good spread. I'm sorry. I misconstrued. I'm getting hungry. They got baked chicken and fried chicken. So There goes Stephanie standing back there. So this is the thing. Did they pay for it? Did did people say, well, the inauguration was too much? I wonder how much the inauguration cost. Because if Tiffany has an inauguration, they are mad and saying it cost this amount. Apples and oranges, I guess. Because I think that I'm talking about Dalton inauguration. Because I don't know if Tiffany, she did have something because Lori Lightfoot spoke at that inauguration. But yeah, if you ever have time and you want to know a little history, those rolls look really good. Or maybe I'm just hungry. I might be hungry. It looks good. Hey, dear world Christian. Hey, Big Mike. Jimbo's? What's Jimbo's? That's interesting. Jimbo's, what they have? I know one thing. Jimbo's, I know if they would have did, we catered, what was the name of that place we catered before? What's the place that's famous for the Italian beefs out here? Portillo's? Our job had a Portillo's cater, and we had Italian beef and ribs. I didn't know they had ribs. I don't eat ribs, but they had ribs, and I was like, that had to be some expensive catering to have something like that. Look at how happy everybody is. You know, Frank kissed everybody. Frank kissed everybody. I'll never forget going to that's why I would say it was bingo or something, but it was at the Riverdale Center. I think it was cards, but it was a senior game day and a senior luncheon. And I took my mom, and Frank was there, and he was walking around the room kissing everybody. Some of them was kissing him. He kissed everybody. There go Nate Fields. Look how calm it is. It's how calm this is right here. You know, I really feel bad that they have to be. Let's hear what he's saying. Hold on, guys.
This was my 8th term, and the only one that's been with me as long as me is somebody that just started her 7th term. That's Trustee Joyce Washington. She's been with me since 1997. We've got a great group of people that are still interested in running with us and supporting us. We're very excited about how good everybody's been working together and how important that is. We all understand that when we work together, we can accomplish tremendous goals. So I'm very happy with all of the people that came from different communities throughout the township. We look forward to working very closely with all of you in the future. So God bless everybody that showed up. We want to thank you for coming. We want to thank all of those that are supporting us. And the reason that you support us is because we support our community. Thank you so much for joining up with us and supporting all the members of our community, all the municipalities in our township. God bless you, and thank you so much. Be safe out there, and we'll see you all around the corner soon. Thank you.
That was cute. There we go. So what can I say? I like I always say, I see the difference, but I don't know sometimes if like Tiffany sees the difference sometimes. Like you saw how that logo went up and it said Thornton Township. Let's see what happens when her logo go up, because I like to compare. Um, does she put her name? Because that's what y'all always, and you know, I'm here. So it's the same when I see stuff, I see it every day. So it don't really, not to be disrespectful, it really doesn't, I don't, you know, I don't notice stuff, if that makes sense. I notice it, but because I see it every day, it doesn't phase me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like the little things people critique, I see every day. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So like I've always seen Frank name on the food box, but now I told you guys when I saw Tiffany name on the banners, when I saw her picture, now I've never seen that before for Dolton. Okay, so Thornton Township spread holiday love. Now wait a minute, did I miss something? Did her name go up first? Yeah. Okay. Touche. Touche, womp womp. Yep, her name went up first instead of Thornton Township first. So if I was in charge of what she had to do, I would put her name. It's not that Frank's name was not on stuff and around, but I would put the Thornton Township bigger and then my name. Does that make sense? I don't think Tiffany's name should be off of the food boxes because I've seen it the same way for years. But I would put Thornton Township bigger because it's a whole community. It's not just one person. So I see like what y'all be saying. That's the thing. So yeah, like I wouldn't say because I've seen it both. But now, like when they be like her name on the truck, no, Frank's name was on the truck the whole time. Did I see Big Mike in here? Hey, Big Mike, great to see you. I never had Al's beef. I saw one on Stony Island before. Where's the Al's beef? I gotta look it up. Al beef is better. The size of the font was larger. The font on the box, Karen, is that what it is? Sorry, I hope you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying out new software, as y'all can see. Okay, now we got another food spread. Let's see what Scott got to say about this. I don't think I've ever had any Italian beef, but no, I had that it's some Bobica or something. It's another Italian beef place. But the thing about it, I didn't like it. I don't like the Portillo's. I don't know. Nikki's gyros is pretty good. Yeah, so it has to do with the marketing of it all. If I could say anything like that, I think it's more of the marketing. So you guys, they put the food boxes in your car just like Frank did, but you could drive through. I guess that's Melanie Fitness, or was that the Melanie Fitness parking lot? Yes, in Dolton, because there go Dolton Police. And then they gave out hot plates too. Oh, that's pretty nice. You got a hot plate. They go stand and stood the test of time, you guys. He just, let's see what he's saying. Is this music playing? It might be copyright music. Okay. So yeah, the music is killing me for all of this. So you guys, there we have it. We had the agenda up. We saw how that went. It's a special meeting on the 30th. You know, I'll keep you in tune on what's going to happen. And then yeah, she didn't have to do it. She could have never did anything. Yeah, I think it's the marketing of it all, Karen. I think that's where they're failed. Like when it comes to Thornton Township, okay, this is how I would love to one day talk to Tiffany to see her point of view, because when it's this right here. This I think is what irritates people. Did I share? Hold on, y'all. Oh, Karen, cute picture. I like your glasses. So you know we talk fashion over here, child. I can't help it. Forgive me. And all I wear is sweats all day, so I'll be having my nerves. I don't think nothing is wrong with Tiffany having any of this stuff, especially stuff for the seniors. I'm with that. I think now that I'm looking at these old videos, and I probably didn't notice anything till I saw the minutes and all these foyers I'm getting. These foyers I'm getting is really, really good. I'm starting to see how things are financially. You know what I mean? I think this is it right here. I think I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with bingo. I don't have a problem with cooking with Tiff. I think that's kind of fun. I think it's this part right here. It could just be Tiffany supervisor, Tiffany A. Henier, and the Thornton Township Board of Trustees, and make the logo bigger. You know what I mean? I think that's a real issue. I don't know if she ever listens to my show, but I think that's the issue right here. Like that's the problem. And a lot of people don't like that. And when you feel somebody's shoes that close, that's gonna rub them the wrong way. I keep on saying minute meetings. The meetings for the minutes are really good, y'all. And then I match it up with, and I learned this from Conscious. Shout out to Conscious. I match it up with the FOIA. Remember, Karen, if you still here, remember we were talking about bingo and how much was spent. And then I calculated. Tiffany has big bingo, but Frank had little other stuff. Like he had movies, he had card games, he had senior day in the park, stuff like that. He would have different things that he would spend money on, maybe $2,000 on pinochle, $600 on bingo. Tiffany has this big thing, you know what I mean? And it's different. She is right. She is right. Frank did it too. But now that I'm looking at the minutes, that's why the minutes are so important. Y'all, those minutes, when you have time, if you're ever, like if you're reporting on this story or you're vlogging about it or blogging, look at the Thornton Township meeting minutes for the meetings from 2021 to now. It's really going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, wow, this is how they made decisions. Even the hirings and the firings, how the board voted. It's very interesting. Now, am I saying that they're not playing political games? No, I'm not. This is definitely political games. But it's some things like I don't know who's in charge of the website. Like this right here, when we go to the desk of the supervisor. Why are we kicking out? We got it on the letterhead. Consider this communication we can stay out this messiness. Consider this communication a formal request to the leadership of staff at Fox 32 Chicago to address its conflict of interest and continual racial and misogynistic targeted coverage of myself, the village of Dolton, Thornton Township, and all agencies I represent as a public official. It is no coincidence that Fox 32 investigative journalist Tia Ewing Walker, wife of Mr. Early Walker, has used her influence as a journalist to convince staff members at your network to engage in a malicious smear campaign against me and my staff to discredit the positive work we do out here in the South suburbs. You know what I mean? What Scott say? Because I just if you're going to do anything like that, get a picture of the bus drivers when advertising the bus services. Yes, or park staff. I told you about that city, Monique. You know how we got those banners of Tiffany up? That you know what they did? They got banners, but on each banner they have a trustee on it and the mayor, and then and it's a woman mayor out there, and then on the other banners they have people that served our country. So it could be people like that served our country, and they could be 99, and then on one banner they got like the oldest person in Monique. They have the people that make the community on the banner. I don't have a problem with the banners. I don't have a problem with Tiffany face being on a few of them. I just think it would be cool to collaborate with the community as a whole. That's why I always be telling y'all, I have to see both sides. I have to see both sides. I think this letter right here addressing Tia Ewing should not be on the homepage of Thornton Township. I don't know who's in charge of that. Like, we could stay out this mess. Now, was Dane Placco and them picking on her? Absolutely they were. Do this need to be on a township letterhead? No, it does not. That's what y'all think? Let me know your thoughts. It shouldn't be up there on the township. Like, leave us out of it. Look, what they say on Instagram, we want to take us out the group chat. Take us out the good. Yeah, so like right here, this cooking with Tiff. Scott, you always give good ideas. like we could have, she could be in the room or something cooking with the food pantry people or the people that get the services, tech savvy. She could be, it could be a senior on their phone, something like that, or the teacher. It doesn't have to be that all the time. And when I went to these minutes, you guys, these minutes, the hirings and the firings are on there. Now I realize why Dolton. I don't think the reason Dolton don't have minutes is because of Tiffany. And I'm working on a video about that. I don't think it's because of Tiffany at all. These minutes will, baby, you talking about as Dolton turns. You talking about true life. I live in Dolton. You talking about Dolton General Hospital. These minutes, man, they are really, really good. Really good. Even back when they were looking and they were fighting over who they were going to appoint. These minutes are so good, you guys. All right, that was it. So on the 30th, hopefully you got the boys back. But on the 30th, you could tune in to me. And if I could stay that long, remember the last time we were there, me, Lancet Journal, Harvey World Herald, we were there for like a full work day on this whole, it was a whole work day. It was a whole work day on this electoral fight. Okay. It's crazy. What happened, Choose? What I missed? May I be recognized after that letter in the custody? Is he? Oh, now look, we got to do both sides. Choose, but nobody says nothing about that, right? They all want to go to Kamal and Kamal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm working on this. I lost your comment, Choose. I would have put it up there. May I be recognized? They went right to. They went right to Kamal kids. They on Stony Island with a bowl of oatmeal with nowhere to go because she took that lady husband. Well, that wasn't the only one taking men around these parts as far as I can see. Okay, so say it like you say it. Say it, Choose. What Martin say? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Baby. Yeah, it could be about her. You know what? I would say this, Karen. They were Fox 32. That's why you don't see them out here no more, I don't think. They were absolutely horrible on the reporting. Ben Bradley is one thing, but Dane Placco, hold on, let me do my disclaimer, y'all. Hold on before Dane Placco come over here, child. Dane Placco.
I got some clothes. I got some jewelry. The rest I got tied up in investments. I ain't got nothing else.
Dane Placco was absolutely stalkerish almost. It was bad. Like Dane Placco didn't have any other subject matter but Tiffany. You could look at like he talked about nothing but Tiffany, day in and day out. And I think he drew a lot of the news out here, which it was just overkill. Like I said, Ben Bradley is one thing. He got that clip back when he asked about Vegas, and that was all on her. Yeah, Channel 32 was overkill. Gotta do both sides. Gotta do both sides. Y'all can hate me all you want, but you gotta look at it both ways. It was overkill. It was overkill. Allegedly. Thank you, Karen. She was such a terrible mother, and he needed full custody. If she's a bad mom, why isn't he still fighting for his child instead of making TikToks? Choose. He over there making TikToks. I saw something on. See, I gotta get back into TikTok now. I saw them making them Instagrams, but I guess that is TikTok, huh? You know, I'm learning over there. Child, we gotta. If we're gonna tell it. Don't they have a reality show too? It'd be too much. Everybody want to do everything, including me. That's why I'm trying to learn this new editing software, child. Y'all, I can't talk about nobody else. I'm over here trying to learn too. I forgot to play 901 in the lottery. All right. That's just my 2 cents. How we feel about this insurance situation, the agenda. We're gonna have to look into it. We're gonna have to look into it. I don't know if this was the same insurance place, but I looked up Alliance. Or is it called Alliance? Maybe is that the right word? Am I saying it right? I hadn't heard about them, but I want to say this might have been there. But it's reinsurance they have as well. They have reinsurance. They have a lot of stuff. Hopefully, we could get some good insurance for the township. See, even I get it confused, y'all. So I don't never. When y'all get it confused, I understand. So good insurance for the township. Good news, she got a quote. So we can't run around and say she's not insurable anymore, right? She got a quote. So regarding the township, we could let that die, that she's not insurable. Don't know about the village. I really am taking the route of following the township more because I think Dolton has done a lot. And I just want to see what's going on in the township because I don't think the township is in as big a trouble as people make it seem. I really think that the people, and this is my personal opinion, I'm giving you my personal opinion, no paperwork, nothing like that. I really think the people ran over there from Dolton, and then that's why we have what we have in the township. You don't see any of the other 16 municipalities except for the one couple from Lansing and maybe one South Holland person. You don't see nobody else running over there to the township. What about this cancel bingo? You don't see that. You don't see that. So that's my personal opinion. Again, shout out to the Lansing Journal. Thank you for keeping us abreast on what's going on because I wouldn't have known about that. And shout out to Clerk Wells for doing such a phenomenal job and putting things up ahead of time for us so we know what's going on in our community. So shout out to Clerk Wells for doing that. She never misses a beat. Yeah. Hey, Tracy. I love facts and being kind to one another. Happy New Year to you. Yeah, we got to be kind to one. Wait a minute. I got one for you. Scott, you not from here. If we don't, if y'all from the Midwest, put a 1 in the chat. And happy holidays to you. Ooh. I just saw this. I gotta cover this. Man, stuff. Man, they just said that a Harvey family just found their house burglarized after they came back. All right, y'all. Y'all remember this?
What's that?
Do you have insurance on this car?
No.
It must be Eagle Man.
I've got something for you.
Oh, look at those low rates.
Eagle Man.
Well, y'all remember Eagle Man? Scott, you not ready. You not ready. Eagle Man was something else. Hi Mac Man Morning Show. Well, we're not gonna spread that kind of negativity because I don't even know if he lived in Harvey, so I'm not gonna say that. I know he used to be an alderman in Harvey. B, I'm not gonna put that type of energy on the city of Harvey. I'm not gonna put that type of energy on the city of Harvey. Now, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because the same people would say that about Dolton. They'll be like people from Lansing don't like to come to Dolton because they feel about us a certain way. So no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But have a great day and Happy New Year. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, we hope it's not a bad quote. I just hope that the seniors get what they need. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna end up with some the general insurance. It was another crazy insurance that we had other than legal with Eagle, but it was like that insurance you only got SR22. Oh my goodness. So that's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna just pray for all involved because it gets really, really, really bad. It gets really, really, really bad. And let's not forget, Harvey is in another thing, Mac Man in the morning show. That would be like pouring salt on Ryan's Gay Chicago, who's in Harvey. Miss what's her name? The older woman that got arrested, Miss Kobe. That would be pouring salt on him. Keith Price walks around the township, works at the township, and on top of working for the township and being at the township, he could bring people with him anywhere he goes. So I would love to know who Keith Price minions would be. If you guys want to say him hanging with Krigley or Michael Smith, if you want to call him the minions, that's one thing. But I don't like sometimes people put that stigma on Harvey that is such a bad place. Keith Price is walking around the whole township, walking in the back door of Dolton. He's going to be able to go to the Harvey meeting too. So I don't like to put that kind of stigma because the people in Harvey, they get such a bad rap for being in Harvey. Like that's just the murder capital of the USA. I don't like that. So I appreciate your comment, but I don't want to put that stigma on Harvey or nothing like that. But if you want to, that would be like, it's so funny how people see what they want to see, because that would be like a lot of people that got restraining orders here in Dolton against several people, and the fights are breaking out up in Dolton. I don't, you know what I mean? But nobody says nothing about that. So yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that. I hope the town gets to Lincoln Insurance. Yeah, yeah. I don't agree with anybody disrespected anyone. Anyone disrespected anyone. But do y'all know why? Speaking of everything that happened, it's kind of weird because remember Nate Fields told us that Kamal did something to him allegedly, right? I'm saying allegedly, not to discredit Nate Fields, but because I didn't see it with my own eyes. You know, I like Nate Fields. So I can't put Kamal out there, and I didn't see it for myself. We didn't see no footage of it. So I'm saying allegedly for a reason. I like Nate, so that's what it is. I've never seen Kamal be violent towards anybody. So there it is where it is. He was in the meeting in Thornton Township with Keith Price and Kamal by himself. So that's what I mean. And I hope you don't think I'm being disrespectful. I'm not going to put that stigma on Harvey like, oh, don't go over there because Keith Price and his minions. No, you should be able to walk within your community, and City Hall is well protected. And that's the Thornton Township board meeting. Now, if the trustees will show or not, I don't know. But we'll see on the 30th. And then if they don't show, we'll be able to come into the new year with a bunch of questions to see how the seniors will be able to gravitate, get around, get the services they need, especially after the first of the month. I thought he said he has to go back to court in April. That's what I heard on what was that? Margie Johnson. Yeah, I saw the neck brace. I did. I just didn't see the altercation. So I don't like to put things that I can't prove. You know me by now, Karen. If I can't prove it, I can't cover it because I can't prove it. It's always gonna be rumors and gossip and things of that nature. But if I can't prove it, and that's what I'm gonna have with my channel, And that's the kind of channel I am. It's nothing I can do. Look, and there's nothing I can do about it. Did they come and get that dead dog? Great question. You know what? I meant to drive by there. Yeah, it just goes away. The story went away. But I'll tell you what you can research. Those minutes, Nate Fields is in there a lot, praising Tiffany and moving forward. And then things started changing. Those minutes are really deep, y'all. The minutes are good. It saddens me because I see a community that could have just moved forward, and I don't know who fault it is. If y'all say it's Tiffany fault, it's Tiffany fault. If y'all say it's Chris fault, it's Chris fault. That's your opinion. But when I look back at the black and white of the minutes, I'm like, man, like they really could have voted to. When I saw that vote for Stephanie's job, I really didn't like that. I said, wait a minute, y'all could have possibly, I'm just going off of this, saved her job, or said, let's come back and review it in 2 months. We can't fire her right now. She has a family. I don't know if it was just pressure on people. I don't know what it was, but I was looking at all these votes, and it was so interesting to see it in black and white and not just hear out of people's mouth what was going on. And we can't say anything. We can't say like, oh, the clerk was on Tiffany's side. I don't think the clerk was even aware of what was going on yet. Really interesting. You just go through these minutes. And I'm gonna say Chris was really the only one standing up for a lot of people, even after when I'm looking at what's going on in the minutes. I have to call it like it is. When there was a lot of firing going on, Chris Gonzalez, he was the first one to be like, everybody would be like, I, and Chris Gonzalez would be like, no. And I find that interesting. When y'all got time, look at it. I only could tell people, I only could tell y'all what we see. He said no. He said no to a lot of bills too. Chris said no to a lot of bills to approve a lot. He was back then in the day. He was the only one saying no to a lot of stuff. I don't know what happened after he nominated her. I don't know if he saw something else. I don't know if someone, I don't know. But it's really, really interesting to see all the yeses and all the nos. Even when they hired the lawyer, they hired like, look at this, you guys. Let's just, like, if you guys are covering what's going on, read all this stuff. Like, read it for yourself. Don't let people tell you anything. Did we see when the Delgado firm entered? Right here on the minutes, it says Supervisor Henyer entertained a motion to approve. Hold on, guys, my alarm went off again. Oh, okay. Got a package. Okay, Supervisor, isn't it so weird? Remember, you would have to wait home that you could see everything now. You have to wait till you get home and check your answering machine, check your mailbox. This is so funny technology. We lived through that days. So it says Supervisor Henyer entertained a motion to approve the appointment of full-time attorney James Vaselli. Now, when I heard what was going on, well, I was intimidated, MacMahon Morning Show. I was intimidated and threatened. So I can understand that. And it wasn't by Tiffany or Keith. I think everybody needs to chill out with that mess. Okay. Let me go back to this juiciness, y'all. So it says, okay, so you can even see the hiring. Supervisor Henry entertained a motion to approve full-time counsel attorney James Vasselli of the Delgado Law Group, LLC. The motion was made by Trustee Jones. Now, the thing about James Vasselli, we were listening to the story on that the mayor over there in Hammond. We were listening to the story over there. I never knew James Vasselli was part of the Delgado group. So he was there. And then all of a sudden we got Delgado, right? Look, call the roll. 5 yeses, right? Then what was the next thing? Supervisor Henry entertained a motion to approve hiring of communications and media supervisor Nikita McGraw, intergovernmental liaison Marshawn Talbot, and senior advisor Keith Freeman. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Trustee Washington. Call the roll. So right here, now I got to talk with my girl about this because I have questions. Because now when the press release go out for just the 2 trustees, when did Nikita get removed from that position? And if it just went out with the 2 trustees, when was it hired for that position? So now it just make when she hired for just a 2 trustees position. Now they were familiar with her from here in Thornton Township. And I think that's very interesting for us to just see this for ourselves, right? Instead of us looking at, instead of us listening to gossip, this is really interesting to see stuff for ourselves. And then we could come up with a decision for ourselves from that. You see what I'm saying? Like, because in my head, from what I thought she just popped up out of nowhere from Dolton over there. But then this is on the minutes. What can I say? You know what I mean? You know? But I haven't finished all the minutes to see when that relationship severed. I think that's interesting. Yeah, where they recorded. Let's go to, this is the one that really broke my heart a little bit. But you got to look at the minutes. Like, we got to look at the minutes, man. We got to look at, that's why we ain't getting no minutes over there in Dolton, y'all. We're not getting no minutes in Dolton, because if we got to look at those minutes, it's going to be all heck breaking loose. Is this a good one? Now, I don't know what this is about. This was interesting. Supervisor Henyard, it's the, we can trace these bills down this way. This is a good one. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve Eaglewood Resort and Spa as presented to the board for payment. The motion was made by Trustee Washington and seconded by Jones. Trustee Jones said he was aware after the fact, but his knowledge, the management team was allowed, given permission to utilize such services. We know that this shouldn't have happened and would never happen again. Y'all, this is so juicy. Look at this. Who went to the spa? I don't want to assume reference 161 of general fund bills, Eaglewood Resort and Spa. What happened? Was that for seniors? Was that for staff? I don't know. It says Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve the Eaglewood Resort and Spa as presented to the board for payment. The motion was made by Trustee Washington and seconded by Trustee Jones. Trustee Jones explained he was aware after the fact, but to his knowledge, the management team was allowed, given permission to utilize such services. We know that this shouldn't have happened and should never happen again, but the managers were invited on this retreat. Y'all, this is juicy. It did what they were instructed to do. It's unfortunate what happened in the past, and I definitely don't want to see this happen in the future. But at the same time, it happened already. And we as a township are responsible for this. Trustee Washington agreed, what's done is done. But in the future, we cannot pay for spas. But I say we should pay the bill. Okay? Robert Hunt said, now I don't know what date they see. Tiffany, hold on, before everybody get the tiki torches out. I gotta research. Tiffany, this is in, hold on. This was in March. Tiffany barely hit the scene. Okay. So I have to do some more research. Look, Robert Hunt, the director of finance, explains the bill is $14,000 and the board can decide to exclude the spa portion since the room and board is also included in the total. Director Hunt highly recommends that this is an option. There being no further questions or comments, Supervisor Henyard asked Clerk Wells to call the roll. So they got 2 yeses to pay the bill, 1 no, 1 yes, 1 pass. No, she passed. I'm sorry. So I think this was before Tiffany time. So Tiffany passed, and then Chris was absent, so it failed. So Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve the Eaglewood Resort and Spa amount excluded for payment. The motion was made by Trustee Jones and seconded by Trustee Gray Everett. She wanted everybody to know, from my mouth to your ears, when the board encounters such situations. We will put it out. Now, this is Tiffany saying this. We will put it out to the public so that you all understand that we're being transparent. That's pretty good. I got to find out who was on this retreat. I think this was before Tiffany time. And sometimes we don't know, which is no excuse, but the money was spent. I have put a spending cap in place for anything over $100. This is what I want y'all to know. This is what I want y'all to see. This is in the minutes. I have put a spending cap in place, okay, for anything over $100. This is in March of 2022, you guys. They must have prior to approval. We have checks and balances in place to keep this from happening in the future. Trustee Gray Everett asked, if there's a resolution to get the spa portion paid. Supervisor Henyard responded, we currently don't have a resolution, but we will come up with a plan to pay the spa. Trustee Jones asked, since there's a spending cap, what will happen in the future to prevent the management team from going somewhere? Now, y'all, who is the management team? From going somewhere and authorizing something like this? Supervisor responded, everything will come before my desk and I will sign off on it beforehand. Supervisor Henyard also explained, no one can go spend any money. No one has credit cards. We canceled all credit cards. We need to cancel all dealings with Amazon just so we can be transparent and people can stop buying minute things. Trustee Washington asked, who authorized the spa? Supervisor Henyard answered that it was an individual who no longer works here. Y'all following? No, this is 2022. This is she barely got office. This was in 2022. Supervisor Henyard let Trustee Washington know that we can revisit this. There being no further questions or comments, she said, call the roll. Okay. So that's what I'm like, looking at the minutes, this is very important. So this slipped past Tiffany. Now, do I know who went to the spa? No. Maybe I'll do my research. Maybe I'll FOIA. But the management team went to the spa, and whoever authorized it went ahead, and they don't work there anymore. There you have it. There you have it. These minutes are so good. This is April 12th of 2022. So it was the management team went to the spa. What did they go to the spa for? That was in 2022. Conscious, you got to look at these minutes. You got to look at this. You really have to look at it. Hey, everybody in the chat. Sorry if I missed a spa meet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to FOIA that. April, like, where did $14,000 at the spa? This is something y'all should know before you vote. Whether Tiffany went to the spa and spent spent 14,000, or whether somebody running again went to the spa and spent 14,000, or somebody trying to run went to the spa and spent $14,000. You need to know this. This is a great. These minutes are amazing. So let's fast forward. Clerk Wells, she does a great job. I could let's go to one more thing. So that was April. Because Tiffany got there in March, right? So then that's April. I feel like I did that one. And then it was a lot of stuff that slipped by, y'all. After, look. Let me tell you, a lot of things slipped by. It was like when she came in March and April, it was this crazy spending on weird stuff. And she canceled the credit card. But then now we got credit cards again. So I have to look and see where we got credit cards again. Let's go to some hirings. Choose, you in here fighting for your life in the comments. Okay. So now you got, thank you, love. So this is, you can see everything here and we don't have to guess about it. That's my whole point about it. So supervisor, everybody's like, who's the FOIA officer? So this is at this time. Supervisor Henry entertained a motion to approve Vanessa Marshall, don't know if they still FOIA officers, Tamika Henyard, and Jocelyn King as FOIA officers for the township. The motion was made by Trustee Gray Gonzalez, seconded by Trustee Jones. There being no questions, comments, Supervisor Henyard asked the clerk Wells to call the roll. Now, would you say it's a conflict of interest? I don't know. To have somebody with the same name as a FOIA officer at that time, I don't know. But guess what the trustees said? Yes. Trustee Jones, Trustee Gray Everett, Gonzalez, Washington, and Supervisor Henyard. And I have to say, I don't think somebody will risk going to federal prison for a FOIA, but okay. This is, you can see all the hirings, the firings. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve Lakeisha Baker from part-time to full-time. Congratulations, whoever that is. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Trustee Gray Everett. Call the roll. What happened? 5 yeses, unanimous. She entertained a motion to approve Ferret Washington to full-time. What they do? Made by Jones, seconded by Gonzalez. 4 yeses. Trustee Washington said no. May she rest in peace. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to acknowledge and accept the resignation of India Blakely and Eugene Gaydon. Okay. Trustee Washington. Oh, pass. I'm sorry. She didn't say no, pass. She just passed. Trustee Henyard entertained a motion to abolish the COVID team and to lay off full-time employee Vernon Williams. 4 yeses. It passed. So you have to look at who's voting. Who's voting? Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve from part-time to full-time the following transportation drivers. 5 yeses. You have to look at the paperwork. That's all I want people to know. We can hear all the gossip and the salaciousness, but this might be why a little bit of investigation is going a little slow, like we be saying. Because if they have to look at all this and they hear one side of the story, and then when they look at the minutes or they look at the history, then they're like, wait a minute now. Now, wait a minute. Now, y'all all voted for this. This could be a issue. This could be an issue. Why would they say that it's only Tiffany? Why would they say Tiffany did that? Tiffany's laying people off. Tiffany's not. If we get a hold of those minutes in Dolton, You know what I mean? Keeping it 100, you guys. If we get a hold of those minutes in Dolton, it's no telling what you'll see if you can really sit down and no one. You ever had someone fast talk you? Like you ever met like a slick dude or a slick lady and they talk and you like, look, man, don't fast talk me. Like if we get those minutes for real, it's no telling what we'll see. That's just my opinion on it. Cause I'm looking like, wait a minute. Now I thought y'all said that you didn't know what happened, and she just went ahead and was firing people. And you walking down the street with a clipboard, you gone, you gone, you gone. That's what I thought happened. Little did I know. Little did I know, y'all went in closed session and y'all was firing who you wanted to fire and voted on it. Interesting. Just saying. Because from what I heard, she was walking around the street, you gone, pink slips for everybody, and nobody knew nothing about it. Or she was spending the money and nobody was able to approve the bills and they didn't know the check. Like they didn't see that Kiki Wyatt cost that much. And then I FOIA'd and see who voted for Kiki Wyatt. Maybe fear of getting fired. Would you say? Karen said fear. Maybe you don't do because okay, if you go back to 2021, because I went to 2021, it was this one guy Owens. He was voting against a lot of stuff that Frank had going on, and he was out the next term. He was out, so could be. Who am I to judge? Could be. Who don't want to keep their job? You know. You know. Who don't want to who don't have a family to feed? Who am I to sit up there and judge you for trying to keep a roof over your head? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do that. So you could be hey, there's nothing wrong with playing devil's advocate because um that could be true. Now let's go to the terminations. Like, and this is crazy. This one actually made me sad because we went through this yesterday. Supervisor Henya entertained a motion to terminate Stephanie Wiederman, executive assistant to the supervisor. The motion was made by Trustee Jones and seconded by Trustee Washington. There being no questions or comments, Supervisor Henya asked Clerk Wells to call the roll. Call the roll. Trustee Jones, aye. Gray Everett, aye. Washington, aye. Supervisor Henya, aye. Who stood up for Stephanie? Trustee Gonzalez. He was the only one to say no. Motion carried. I was just like wondering, could they have saved her job, stalled it a little more, did anything? But I'm with Karen. It could be that, Interesting. Take time, look at these minutes. You will be shocked what you'll find in them. Some things I thought was going on was not going on. And some things I didn't know was going on. And look how crazy the minutes started getting from 2022 to 2024. And this is everybody public comments. Paul Roberts, Garden Watts, Keith Price. You can see the public comments. She did a great job. The bills approved. Okay. You get to see when stuff started falling apart. and you get to see it for yourself without you, you know what I mean, guessing. So that's it, y'all. I thought it was interesting. I hope you did too. See you on the 30th. Let me share my, we're going to do a feel good video before we leave. Hit the like button before you leave. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel about the 30th? Will we have insurance or not? So sometimes we gotta take serious stuff 100% serious, but don't forget to be kind to one another. Don't be tearing each other down. Don't be beating each other down. Don't be threatening people. Everybody has an opinion, and guess what? The election is gonna come and go, and it will be decisions made. That's what you can do. Now, the real thing is, will you be voting for the right person that could bring the change, and will you hold their feet to the fire? Okay. The controversial Thornton Township Big Bingo. People really didn't like that Big Bingo was going on. They thought Tiffany Henyard was using it as a campaign strategy, if you will. They thought township funds possibly could be used not appropriately. And finally, Big Bingo has came to the end with the close of the township for now. But not to worry, it's a new game you could play in town. Let's start with this question. What is Tiffany Henyard's boyfriend's name? A. George, B. Khalil, C. Kamal, or D. Martin doesn't play that. The answer is D. You guys, Martin G. Johnson has a show and he has everybody was in my comments like, it's Kamal, you have the answer wrong. I don't think if people didn't watch the show, I didn't think people wouldn't get the joke. When you go into Martin's show, Martin says, I don't want to know who she's sleeping with. I don't want to know about her wigs. I just want to talk about what's going on. So that's why I said D. But yes, y'all right. C and D. Okay. Get y'all don't have to come for me. They be mad. Opened up his airwaves and focused in on Dolton, covered a lot of the Tiffany Henyard drama that's going on. You guys, what is so cool about this show is that he allows both sides to speak, and that's pretty cool because in 3 minutes in public comment, you can't really get what you want to say out, as well as it's people all over the world that is following this story, and they might can't take just typing their feelings out. They want to be heard, so you can call into this show and he gives you the floor and you can sort of debate with other people regarding what's going on. You know what's so weird? I'm sorry y'all ate a pretzel. I want to address this. MacMan Morning Show said she needs to go to jail. She misused the money. She's the leader. The Bucks. It's a helicopter out here again, y'all. Hold on. Okay. No one's saying we're not covered. You know what I don't understand? I would believe a lot of people. Let me read this over. She needs to go to jail. She misused the money. She's the leader. The buck stops at her desk. I don't know why people are covering for this lady. Ugh. I think my problem is, why do you think we're over here covering for her? Are you speaking of me? And that's the problem. If you are, not saying you are, I would love that clarification, because you can't say anything other than Tiffany stole the money. That's all people. Tiffany stole the money. That's all she did. But nobody ever proves to us what was taken. That's fine. I'm saying that's why I like Conscious Channel, because when she broke down all that food being spent, or Choose Compassion Channel, when she's pulling up all those receipts of connecting the dots, I can read it for myself. I don't have to just listen to people saying Yeah, because she did this. And yeah, because Keith Price, he assaulted 6 people. And we have no video evidence, no proof, not calling people liars, not saying that, but it'll be proof for anything else you'll want proof for, right? But when it comes to Tiffany, the only thing that had me look weird is Tiffany people weren't gooning people. It was somebody that beat somebody down for 15 hams and 12 turkeys. He was Quigley was trying to steal hams and turkey. Quigley walking around here minding his business. Now, I be like, when are the stories gonna come to an end? All these stories we hear about, when is it gonna come to a resolution? If someone is hurting somebody, harming somebody, they should definitely pay for it. If someone's stealing, they should pay for it. But I think that we should be able to open up minutes, read them, look at agendas, read them, see receipts, and it's good. When I saw that Tahoe receipt, I was floored. $150,000 for a Tahoe. That was amazing to see something because we were able to see it. But on that Tahoe receipt, we had 2 signatures on there, right? Nobody ever brings up the second signature. When Tiffany got her mugshot, it was 2 people that got a mugshot that night. Nobody ever brings up the other person. So that's my question. When I was last night, I was on Martin G. Johnson's show, and I was listening, and they were arguing in the comments. That's why I think it's really cool to have it. They were like, Tiffany never, not in the comments. They were yelling at his live on his show. Did Tiffany ever apologize to Alexis Wilson's family? Did she ever apologize to Alexis Wilson family for what she said? Do anybody got an answer? She did it 2 ways. Same night as the arrest. It was the tow truck situation. Yeah, same night. Okay. And everybody will be like, oh, you're protected Tiffany. They were arguing us down. She never apologized to Alexis Wilson. Yes, she did it. Now, do it make what Tiffany said about Alexis Wilson right? Absolutely not. Hecky no. She should have never said it. It should have never came out her mouth. Ever. Right? She apologized publicly. She apologized to the family. It was a weak apology. Weak. It was totally weak. And she posted it on Facebook. It don't bring Alexis Wilson back. But she did apologize. But everyone was saying she didn't apologize. It's right here. Still up there. Still up there for everybody to see. So my problem is, and I fight for Cara Wilson. Anytime, I will always fight for Cara Wilson. My whole thing, what's another thing they were arguing about yesterday? That's what makes Martin's show so good, because I like to play when they did. Oh, we did that one. Did Tiffany nominate herself? We asked one question. Did Tiffany nominate herself? Everybody went up. Well, she wasn't recognized. Well, she didn't have a full slate. No, I'm just asking one question, just one. Did she nominate herself? And they said to roll the tape. Now, if I was just listening, I would have just went around thinking, man, Tiffany just went in there complaining and not nominating herself. Then lastly, do you think it's right? And this is me and you just talking back, man, because I respect you. When you come here, I just want to talk about it. Is Is this Tiffany doing this? Is this Tiffany Goons doing this to this lady? Is this the scary people? Is this the scary people in Harvey doing this to this woman with a oxygen tank? Is that the Tiffany people we should be scared of? That's telling her to shut the F up, or she shouldn't move here, and heckling her, and she has a whole oxygen tank on her face, and she's a senior, and she led us in prayer. Was that the scary Keith Price people doing that? Check out some of my videos. I'm not saying I'm right about everything, but when you say we're trying to defend Tiffany or we're Tiffany supporters, no, I'm trying to look at the whole overall. Because I didn't see Keith Price telling her to shut the F up. Now that I didn't see, or attacking this woman. So that's my whole thing. That is it. Yeah, it's just an AI. I've been playing with stuff. Yeah, so that's my thing. I love a debate on that at any time, because that's what people don't want to hear. It's just they'll cut you off. Oh, you're a Tiffany supporter. I was listening to the show, and the man said something about Thornton Township was in a $58 million deficit, and Tiffany, and it was on the Susan Mendoza website. And Tiffany brought it down to like 8 million or something for Thornton Township. I don't know nothing about that. Went to Susan Mendoza website, saw it up there. I said, oh, well, is this true? The other caller said it's a clerical error. Whose fault is it that it's a clerical error? We need to tell Susan Mendoza to get the corrected numbers and put it up there. If Tiffany sent in the wrong number, shouldn't that be corrected? Or if the auditor or Mr. Hunt sent in the wrong number, who graduated from Ivy League college, shouldn't that be corrected immediately? Because that's false information to the public. But we just scream, no, you're a Tiffany supporter. Why we don't hold nobody else responsible? Nobody else get held responsible. I understand she's in charge. I get that. I don't agree with her name being bigger than the Thornton Township sign. Heck, I don't agree with if I was Tiffany, I'm not in her business. If I was Tiffany, I was talking to a friend behind the scenes. This is her business. Whatever she want to do with it, that's her business. If I had a boyfriend, the public would not know. If I was a mayor, he would be in the background. He wouldn't be up front. Not that I was ashamed of him, but if he was still technically married, he wouldn't be my boyfriend out there for the public to see. That's me. That's my opinion. I don't agree with everything Tiffany do, but I do know some things she's doing now is just in place. Just like we just saw, somebody took the credit card and spent $14,000 at a spa before Tiffany got there, allegedly. And if I have to be corrected and Tiffany went to the spa, then I'll correct that. But it's in the minutes. It's in the minutes. Douglas, I think this whole thing we're doing is AI, the whole thing. So that's my thing. When people are like, oh, it's Keith Price and his goons, y'all will close your eyes to anybody else abusing the whole community, terrorizing the whole community, calling Mama Hill a crackhead. That's an elder in our community, but you get no respect because you got to be, I think you a Tiffany supporter. That's not right. The real bullies are not the Tiffany people, it seemed like. I haven't seen them bully anybody yet. Nobody ever get anything on tape from the Tiffany people bullying and bashing and beating people. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's all I want to say. Because you just having a difference of opinion, it just rails everybody. Everybody's like, oh, I don't know why you defended her. We're saying all sides over here. And that means everybody in the chat, everybody has their own opinion. Their own opinion. My opinion, now I'm giving it to you straight up. I can't wait for this election to come and go. So a lot of people have something else to do. Something else to do. It's weird people coming into this town, walking around. It's people that's mad at each other. Like basically they're foaming at the mouth. They're so mad. That's how mad you are. I can't go to the grocery store without somebody yelling Burgundy Blue from across the room. I'm ready for y'all all to get something else to do. Whoever trying to get a job, hope you get the job you trying to get, because Lord, I don't want to go through this again in 4 more years. Okay. That is crazy. It's quite it's quite Keith Price, yeah, I'm just saying. But you know what? I don't get nobody business. Do anybody know who Jason House girlfriend is, or wife, or anything? Do anybody ask about his personal business? Nope. He get up there and stand by himself. We don't know none of Jason House business. But do anybody ask? That's his business. So I don't put nobody else on Front Street. You know what I mean? Do I be like, who Brittany baby daddy is? No, that's her business. What did our girl say, Conscious? Because that's my favorite line. We say that all the time. It's like almost like an inside job. What I do outside these walls is my business. And what I'm not sleeping with the son. I'm not sleeping with the owner, which is his son. Say that all the time. That's these people business. I'm not gonna talk about they personal life. I don't see y'all running around here. Ooh, who Brittany baby daddy? Who's Jason? Who Jason dating? Y'all not doing that. What's Clerk Key partner? Y'all not doing that. But Tiffany Henry got a married boyfriend. Please, I be done. I be done. Like y'all. But she's in a leadership role, so I could see the weirdness of it all. That's just me. I'm old school, so I would have been like, hey, almost like Juanita Jordan. We don't know who Juanita Jordan dating. Okay, I would have been in the background. Not saying nothing. What's that lady from Texas? Do we know her personal business? I like her, Jasmine Crockett. I don't know who she dating. I like her, and I like her outfits. You know what I mean? So that's what I be saying. Nobody. I don't see nobody digging up. No, nothing about nobody else. Y'all looking into who Kiana Belcher, who her boyfriend is. Are y'all digging that up? No, that's their personal lives. Like what she say? What I do beyond these walls, that when I leave these walls, that's my business. I felt Tammy Brown with that. You dang on right. Get out my business. Gosh darn it. But they all supposed to be leaders of the community. If Jason House get into office, how we know he ain't gonna have like a hoochie mama on his arm? We don't know. Like, we never seen who he was dating. Now I remember back in the day, I don't know if Jason is still married, but I remember back in the day, he had I will see his wife and him at the Jazz Fest. So I don't know if he's still married. I hope so. She's a beautiful woman. So and passing, that's when I was only there. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you why I was there. Somebody told me that's U.S. Bank. That's a U.S. Bank manager. If you need an overdraft taken off, he could hook you up. That's what we were talking about. I didn't know who he was. So yeah. While we all looking into other people's backgrounds and digging and all these people holier than thou, no. It's everybody have to be responsible. What if what if the village hall turned into the Playboy Mansion? We don't know. It's bad even if you're a trustee. Yep, if they have to address it. Oh my God. And I think everybody, I know you're supposed to keep, I understand they're leaders, but I mean, we steadily bring up one person's, and that just makes me look. I'm like, yeah, y'all don't be talking about how Brittany and Jason pulled up in the dark parking lot out of nowhere. Like, we got to talk about it all. Let's talk about it all because it affects our future. That's all. Do I think Tiffany has a slew of problems? Yes. But do I think she's the only one? No. No, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. Now, when they come and pick her up and they march her out with bracelets on, then we'll redo the live. We'll just go back live. Y'all, because I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I don't know what happened behind closed doors. Do you think I knew we had a chief that wasn't certified to be a chief? I didn't know that. Interesting. Hey, Potato. Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff we have to think about because it's going to affect us. We only hear one side of the story. I think really, to be honest, I think we just got in the middle of a bad breakup between friends. I think stuff was promised, it didn't go the right way, and I think actually, now this is my assumption. Like, you know what they say about assumptions. I think if Tiffany would have gave up that mayor seat when she became supervisor, we wouldn't be in this pickle. What do y'all think? I got some experts that watch all of those meetings. What y'all think? I think if she would have went ahead and stepped down as mayor and just focused on the supervisor job, because I heard that before in more than one interview, I think we wouldn't even be in this pickle. Yeah. It was just too much. It was too much. And then it goes both ways. This is my other assumption. I think Tiffany held on to both seats just in case she wasn't going to get one. So she felt like this is my assumption again. I think Tiffany was like, you know what? If I don't get look at where we are now, and I've been said that on many lives. If I don't get supervisor position again, at least I'm good I got a chance at the mayor and still keep that seat. And look at where we are now. She's not on the ballot for supervisor, but she's on the ballot for mayor. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like a gamble. And she rolled the dice, and this is where we are. Now, I always say this part about Dolton, because I think a lot of people miss that we got a lot of outside noise. Now all of a sudden we got all these people. Oh, I got relatives in Dolton. Now I got relatives that live there, and they said this. I hope they come to vote. And it used to just be a few people that said that. Now everybody, they be calling from Australia. Yeah, I got family in Dolton, mate. I'm like, okay. So this is the other thing we got to look at. Who comes to those board meetings? A population of about 20,000 people, roughly. Let's just say half, 10,000 adult people. Let's cut it even down, because only 8% of Dolton voted in the last election, and y'all want to say it's COVID, but go back to the previous election before that. People never came out to vote, period. So let's say 5,000 people in Dolton that are registered voters that do come out to vote. How many do you see come to these board meetings? Like, we got to really look at, if you care about the people, push your candidate. I think it has to be a better slogan than vote for me, I'm better than Tiffany. I think we need to know what the new candidate can do to fix things. You know what I mean? Beyond promises. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure your business open. I'm still confused about how Dr. Scott business got open. How did she get the business license? None of my business, but I thought it would. Did I miss when she announced that? I know she announced it, the dollar store where you could go. It's pretty cool. We can go in there. Everything's about $1. But then also the campaign office for Clean House 2025 is on her property. And that's when they had the kickoff, the launch party at Clean House 2025. So does that seem weird to anybody, or do you feel like I'm hating? Like, just, I want your honest opinion. If you feel like I'm hating, just say I'm hating. But don't you find it weird that nobody said, okay, now we got the bid? Tiffany, we were fighting tooth and nail, raising money. Now it's, oh, Tiffany was holding a business license. She couldn't expand. She couldn't do nothing. And now Clean House 2025 is in the same lot as Free of Deed. Big, beautiful property too. How did the business license get pushed through? This was a story that went on for months. How did she achieve that? Can the other business owners, why do they have to wait? So can the Creole restaurant, remember the lady was crying at the board meeting? She put, young, beautiful girl, put all this money into this business. And I think Rucker is the business partner for that. Can't they help him too, like they helped Dr. Scott? Or who helped Dr. Scott? Or when did it get, like, or can she like get the secret to get that open? They really did a great job on that property. It's a shame to see it empty. But y'all want to know a little secret for people that don't know, that didn't live here? That lot been empty way before Tiffany got here. Riley was here, and that lot, them businesses were dead when Riley was here too. So Tiffany just didn't just go down and say, nope, I'm shutting down all of that. That's been a ghost town for years. My question is, who will be a good candidate to run against Tiffany for mayor? I'm just curious. Are there any good candidates out there? Yeah. Well, so far we just got yeah. Yeah. And let's say this, choose compassion. I find it weird that for that as well, because she's forever indebted to that campaign. You know what I mean? She's so, just like we saw Dr. Scott. Where did we see her at? Hold on. I don't, and I can't speak on this because I'm gonna be honest, because I don't want to tarnish people. You know more about 501c3 and stuff like that. But I want to say this. We saw her do the same thing with Tiffany. The same thing with Tiffany when she spoke about Thornton Township. Supervisor Hilliard and the good she's gonna do in the community. Then I guess something happened with them, like other people. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wasn't there. But something happened there. And then all of a sudden, no Tiffany. Then you got Lori Lightfoot. She's standing up there, Tiffany. Y'all, do anybody remember that? Put a 1 in the chat. Tiffany was her favorite person in the world at one point. Now she's launching an investigation. Do y'all remember that? When she spoke at the inauguration for Tiffany? Or do we just erase that? We don't talk about that. Lori Lightfoot right up there. Tiff. Now, would she tell y'all, oh, I took a couple of pictures with her, but she likes to take pictures, and the whole room just cracked up. Yeah. So I wish people would come with other stuff other than you're a Tiffany supporter. No, we just rewinding the tape, asking what happened. How did we get here? If Tiffany's the problem, she's the problem. Guess what? Point blank to the period. If Tiffany's the problem, she's the problem. It's no discussion. But if it's other questions that have to be answered, wouldn't you like to know? Or you just want to be, she stole the money. She took $500,000. How could you support her? And then come after the people. Guess what? If I want to wear a Tiffany Hilliard t-shirt and say make Thornton Township great again, I could do that. It's America. That's what kind of gets me upset. That's what gets me upset. That's all. That's your comeback. And then I think what else upsets me is when you say it's Tiffany goons. I have yet with my eyeballs, I don't know, but I have yet to see people that are Tiffany goons roughing people up. That's me. Not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. Just like y'all ain't see what happened to me, right?
In Dolton, we support the initiatives of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. We're glad to be walking alongside her to see the community change for the better. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Scott with American Association of Single Parents. And I just wanted you to know that we are in support of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. She has some amazing initiatives and programs and things that she is trying to do in the Southland for our community. And so us over at American Association of Single Parents, Free Indeed Market, and coming soon, the Ava Center in Dolton, we support the initiatives of Supervisor Tiffany Henyard. We're glad.
Okay. I don't know what happened between them. Don't know what happened. Now, King, now see, that's how we do back and forth. They cut Lori mic off when she was trying to speak. See, I can accept that. I don't have to say, you're a Jason House supporter, King. Pisces, you're a Jason House supporter. Yeah, they cut, they was dead wrong. They cut her mic off. But it's just a lot of things that's been going wrong around here. A lot of things that's been going wrong around here. I can't pinpoint them all. You know, it's just it's a lot of things. Like I said, now if Tiffany held up that lady license for whatever she did, she wrong and she should fight that. If it was something petty and they fell out, that's different. That's I don't know. Okay. We on the outside looking in. Let me tell you something. We'll never know because I don't think nobody will ever tell us the whole story because I'm sure they like, I don't want to say this because they'll say this. I don't want to say that because they'll say that. So I don't think we'll ever know the true story, but this will definitely be a Netflix documentary. And I am claiming the rights. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking about that part. It's interesting, but I think what's the thing that's hurting our people is that we can't allow people to be free thinkers. Tiffany we could turn around and Tiffany could absolutely tomorrow. That helicopter I heard right now could have went to Tiffany's house. I don't know. But I'm just saying, let's look, you guys. 2 hours. We've been long-winded, and I enjoy every moment with you guys. Hit the like button.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just asking.
And you know what's so funny? It's a lot of people now that was on like one side of the situation where they were like, I can't stand Tiffany. Now they're over here with us like, wait a minute, stuff just not, that it's not that they love Tiffany. They're just like, no, something ain't right. Why nobody asking questions? No one's saying, nobody. Put it on the Jumbotron for all of y'all. For all of y'all. Oh, hello, Kelly. Mike, what? Mike, why are you a Tiffany supporter? Get out of here, Mike. Mike said it was supposed to be all Keith Freeman fault, holding up the license back then. Right. Now, he baby Jesus. That's y'all, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. They stopped, I'll never forget this. They stopped the whole interview with Lavelle Redmond to say that, to bring my name up. A whole interview that's changing his life. A whole interview. 2 men. Well, he didn't say nothing, not Lavelle. And he was so wrong. Dang Placco was out here harassing the heck out of him, right? Bringing up his past. And I don't really get into that because I say, I don't know, because people pass or they pass. You might believe they paid their debt to society, and now they're free. Whatever you believe. So I think that's kind of touchy. So I leave that alone. We were talking about that. We were trying to talk about the people that what's his name? Biden commuted their sentence. We were talking about that too. And we were like, ooh, it's getting sticky because people was like, well, what if you were a family member? I get that because I would want them to rot. What happened on Game of Thrones when Cersei kissed the daughter and said, "You gonna make sure the candle lit every day so you can see her bones rot in front of you, and I must put food down your throat. You ain't gonna starve to death. You gonna watch this." I get it, but y'all was complaining so much about him. And he's in the caucus. So we forget about all of this stuff. So that's what makes me look at everybody. Just everybody. I'm just looking like, okay, but what about this? I'm gonna give you one on Tiffany's side. Remember, what was that guy named Poor Downcourt when he was there with her before midnight, and he had her back. He was yelling and cussing the trustees out. Now you don't see him no more. I think he got fired from the food pantry, so you don't see him anymore. He was with Zuccarelli for 20 years. Do I think that's right? I don't know what happened, but no, I don't think he should have been fired, or Nate for being there that long. I don't agree with that. Find somewhere else for them to go, But then I also worked in municipalities, and I've sort of seen every time the new administration come, the other people leave. So do you think Miss Kim gonna still be at the Village of Dolton when Jason House take office? No. Miss Kim quit every day. I think she's not even there now. I don't even think she worked there anymore. Do you think the fire chief gonna be the fire chief when Jason take office? No. Who gonna be the police chief? If I have to guess who's gonna be the police chief, if Jason take office, it's either gonna be Chief Mobley or it's gonna be the old chief. What's his name? Robert. What's his name? The godfather to Tiffany. What's his name? Tiffany baby. What's his name? Robert. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The old police chief. It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them. So, timestamp. If Jason becomes mayor, Burgundy is saying Mobley gonna be chief, or I can never think of his last name. I'm sorry, Chief Collins gonna be chief. Timestamp that and come back to this video. Let me know. Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. But it's probably gonna be Mobley. Who's gonna be in charge? We could guess everybody's job right now. Vivian's gonna definitely be working at the Village, and that's why they're tying up the Village and the Thornton Township. She'll probably be working at the Township, like because if Napoleon Harris is supervisor, it'll be Hap still, unless he ain't gonna change it back to Zap. Yeah, she'll either work like somewhere they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna put Vivian over in Thornton Township with the senior services or something like that, or HR. Then they're gonna put just look at everybody's jobs. Everybody's jobs is going to be the same thing as with Tiffany. Although you think Keith Price still going to be the food pantry? you think if Napoleon Harris become the supervisor of Thornton Township, you think Keith Price going to be the food pantry manager, y'all? Come on now. Yeah. Yep, Riley fired Collins. You gonna roll out? You flew. You flew here. Oh my god! Yeah, y'all, come on now. It's just the way the world work, child. It's the way it work. It work. I remember when I had to work for. I never want to work for a municipality again because every 4 years, if you didn't have an incumbent, I'm trying to say it right, like daily or something like that. Like those people that work for daily, they worked the whole what he was what. How long was he mayor? Forever. And then like the people that worked for what's our girl name? What's that girl that come out here? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting tired now. Lori, she cleaned house with them. And I mean, he cleaned house. And then after Lori, not she, you know what I'm trying to say. I didn't call Lori a he. And then Brandon Johnson came. Now he done decorated his wife whole office in the city hall for his wife, and he about to leave. So whoever the new people are, they're gonna clean the house too. It's just that's the thing about politics and municipality. You have to be rare. You have to be a rare person that got a job without getting the job through politics. You know, because if you got the job through politics, you got to be loyal to that camp to a fault. You know, it's just how it works. So all of these people hanging around, they're going to end up getting settlements. They're going to end up getting jobs, and that's just what it is. And that's been politics. I'm not saying it's a Jason thing or a Tiffany things. That's just the way it been rolling. But y'all let me know if you see. I doubt Robert Hunt will be there, and he's very educated and try to stay out the way as much as he can. He try to stay out the way. All he do is reach the numbers. I know Tamika Henyard's going to be gone immediately. Tamika Henyard, look, knock on wood, just because she's the last name Henyard. If Henyard not there, she's going to be gone. That's just how municipalities work. Now, I had a boss. When he switched, he knew he was going to lose. He told everybody, and he signed with the new person that was going to win because it was obvious he was going to lose because he was very, very sick at the time. He signed to give us like 3 months before he brought in the new certain employees, and he did that. He gave us 3 months, but I left before then. So yeah, it happens. You know, and these are real people lives, guys. Remember, even the people we don't like, we suspicious about, anything like that. Remember, these are real people lives. Don't forget that. They all went through something. This is real people lives. And it's probably a real stressful situation. Now, some people are in here for just the drama and have nothing to do. But some people, they really fighting for something or they really experience something. I don't never take that away from them because I don't know. The only thing I talk about is you gotta give me more than she got a wig. You gotta give me more than that, or she stole the money. I gotta see. Conscious that talked about the she finally found out what happened to the currency exchange guy and pulled up the facts. It's about facts, guys. Okay. That's all I want y'all to know. You can hate whoever you want to hate. I'm not gonna try to sway you. I just don't like y'all coming over here throwing words in my mouth. I said what I said. And that's a lot of the bullying come from because you can't change my opinion. I said what I said. You steady drag me. You steady bring me up in rooms that I didn't ask to be brought up in. And that's fine. If you don't like me, guess what? That's your prerogative. But I don't disrespect people, so I do not deserve the disrespect. I don't go into other people's rooms saying, why you lying on Tiffany? Even if I watch your shows quietly. All the content creators, I watch their shows quiet as can be, listen to what they have to say, because some of them can't even handle me entering a chat saying hello. Oh, you phony. You a Tiffany supporter. I said hello. I said hello. Like y'all, those nasty attitudes, it's horrible. It's horrible. All right, you guys. Um let's leave. Well, we proved the difference of this one. And I'm gonna get up out of here. I love you guys so much. You rarely hear me go off on but I be having to set people straight, not in a bad way. But I don't go in nobody chat. Point out where you ever seen me go in somebody chat messing with them. Never. 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 Never, ever, ever. I don't do that. And I listen to you. And sometimes I donate to channels, even if it's something like a quick little cash app just to say, hey, keep up the good work. I didn't want to disturb your channel because me just being in there as Burgundy Blue disturbs your channel. But I can't have an opinion. Y'all have to stop that. That sucks. It sucks. It got to suck to think that way.
And this is the other thing, is that she said that they asked her, why didn't she nominate herself? And she said she did. No, she didn't. Did you see the tape?
Only thing that's on my mind to run this town.
That's the way she is. She tells half truth, and no one ever seems to be up to speed to catch it with a follow-up question, because that would have been real easy. Oh, you had a slate. Who's your slate? Who were they, and why weren't they in there?
Open the door! Open the door! Open the door! Let the seniors in! Let the seniors in! Let the seniors in!
No, I don't.
At the same time, the ones who attended the party were not let out of the building before 6:30, so they stayed in to do the voting, opposed to us residents standing out here in the cold since 5 o'clock with seniors, elderly people in wheelchairs, and we were not allowed to go in to vote because they said it was over with at 7. So a half an hour, and you saw all of these people out here to vote, and for 17 municipalities.
I got a question. Do y'all that watch this, do y'all really believe that this? This is a general question. Did y'all believe that all those people got there late? Do y'all really believe that? I'm just asking because I was there, and the caucus started at 7. Y'all heard the bell. Shout out to Conscious for pointing that out. You heard the bell toll at 7. Do y'all really believe all these people saying "let us in" got there late? But I will tell you this: it wasn't just all Tiffany people. I think they assumed that they just had enough people for them. But it was people out there that just was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to vote in the caucus today."
That's not fair. That's.
Wow. She got in there, and this is the other thing, is that she said that they asked her, why didn't she nominate herself? And she said she did. No, she didn't. Did you see the tape?
YouTube page, you can see it at the 30-minute mark exactly. She says, I nominate myself. You can hear her say that. Did you guys hear that? Now, if anybody needs me to replay it again, I will. Just right here, we'll start 29:56. Potato, go with your question. What's the question? Put it up there. Of all the people that were inside that night, how many were from Dolton and how many were from rest of the township? I can't answer that, but because I really don't know, and I only like to give you factual stuff. I really don't know, but it was some people there that was not from the township, But then, okay, can you guys hear me out when I say this? Because this is the thing. When people be like, what's your zip code and stuff, people sometimes they never change the address from when they lived here. So like if they were, they might not live here, which is not right, but they can still vote. I mean, register. You ever seen somebody like that? Like you moved out of state and you never changed your voter registration, stuff like that. That it's a lot of that going on right now. That's true. Now that's what's going on right now. So yeah, they don't have to live here, but they could be registered to vote. Heck, half of our elected officials don't even live here where they work. So just keeping it a buck. But that's been going on for a million years. They said Andrew Holmes never lived here, right? So yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But see, that's the problem, Instatran. Yeah, that's the problem. It was one question asked. One question. The question was, did Tiffany Henyard nominate herself? I'm not disputing anything else that you want to say, that you want to talk about. The first question is, did Tiffany Henyard nominate herself? And everybody was under my comments, but she wasn't recognized. But no. The caller said she never nominated herself. That's all I wanted to prove. I didn't want to get into all the other stuff. That's important too. Don't get me wrong. We were talking about, did Tiffany Henyard nominate herself? Why we can't just start with like small questions, like small things? Did she nominate herself? The man said, look at the tape. She never did. Did you guys hear her say, I nominate myself, Tiffany Henyard? Can we at least agree to that? That's all I'm saying. I can't get into the caucus rules. I get what you're saying. I think that's cool. The question was, he said clearly. That's all he said. Tiffany Henyard, did she nominate herself? Let's listen together one more time, because I don't understand why everybody's missing that simple question. He said, this is the only thing that Burgundy Blue was covering. And I'm not bashing the man. I said, when he said that, I said, oh, so you mean to tell me she went in there and didn't nominate herself? I was agreeing with him. Then I just said, he said, roll the tape. That's it. This is it.
She nominated herself and she said she did. No, she didn't. Did you see the tape?
Let's replay it. Hold on.
Ask her, why didn't she nominate herself and she said she did. No, she didn't. Did you see the tape?
That's it. Just that. I'm not trying to be in an argument. I just want to know, hey, did she nominate herself? I understand all the rules and you're an expert in this stuff. Did she nominate herself? I'm basic with that. That's it. Just basic. Did she nominate herself? That's all I want to know. That's it. Yeah, it was very loud in there. So he probably looked at somebody else live and then he didn't see her nominate herself. And guess where I got that live from? Dolton Trustees. Now, I understand if you want to talk about a full slate, if she sent the email in time, if she had an assessor, if they also doubled down with the rules that you couldn't hold the mayor's seat and be a supervisor, right? Qualified for the caucus. I get all of that. The question was, one more time.
She nominated herself and she said she did. No, she didn't. Did you see the tape?
YouTube page. You can see it at the 30-minute mark exactly. She says, I nominate myself. You can hear her say that. Did you guys hear that? Now, if anybody needs me to replay it again, I will. Just Right here, we'll start 2956. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not saying you're not right with those rules or whatever. I get you, Instatran. My video was very basic. It wasn't supposed to be that deep. It was just like, did she nominate herself? I just was doing a little clippy clip. I also got some other clips that I'm gonna put out this week where callers brought up other points on on a different side. Like, did Tiffany do this and that? One good point that I had to research was the tickets for the dogs that Brittany brings up. We need to talk about that because I had to go through the history. I tried to go and see what I could find on the ordinance. It's so hard to get the ordinances, you guys, for like, are they, is it really too high, the fines? Because remember that lady got that $2,000 ticket for her pit bull. I want to talk about that. I think that it's a lot of money, $2,000. But then the pit bulls out here are it's so many. Y'all just saw it was a dead one on King Drive out of nowhere. You have to be really careful. Side of your house, going in the garage. I don't know why people got so many big dogs. I know some little bitty dogs that would tear your ankles up before a big dog would. And I had a big dog before, but for some reason, it's like they giving pit bulls away out here in Dolton. I don't know what's that about. And, they get a bad rap because they're supposed to be, they say they're friendly dogs, but I guess it's how you raise any dog. Like I said, I know some little dogs that I'm scared of, but I want to go over that because that is kind of crazy. How are you ever going to pay $2,000? How? For your dog getting out the gate. The dog didn't bite anybody and all that stuff. That's really a lot. So it's both sides. Everybody is a problem. Everybody is a problem. I'm going to tell you what, I did for you that $14,000 spa trip. So we'll be talking about that. And then I'll see y'all on the 30th, okay? Oh yeah, the loose cats. Oh, it's a lot of stray cats out here. It is. Yeah. Julia, I'm not gonna say it no more. I don't think y'all didn't get the point of the video. I get what you're saying, Julia. I get what you're saying. Julia said, Burgundy, if those were the rules, why did she even nominate herself? It doesn't matter. The rules should have been enforced before anyway. I want to say this for sure. I get what you're saying. You are great. You're right. The rules are the rules, right? I'm with you, Julia. The point of my video was, did she nominate herself? Yes or no? Because the caller said she did not nominate herself. It was just a little clippy clip so we could see in real time if she nominated herself. That's it. It was not a deep video. It was not thought-provoking or groundbreaking. It was just content. It was just content. That's all. That's all it was. It was just content. That's it. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? So it was not a whole lot of, it wasn't, we didn't even have to use 1 ounce of brain cells for that video I did. It was easy peasy content, keep me in the algorithm, okay? It was nothing else. It was just, did she do it, or yes or no? Now, it's other people really breaking down the caucus, and they're doing great jobs doing it. So make sure you visit those channels as well. They're doing a great job breaking down the caucus, okay? That over here, we're not stressing about it. Douglas, what should we go over? The loose cats or what? Oh, the dead dog. Yeah. They changed a lot of those rules for the caucus for sure. Yeah. Yep. They did. Cynthia, thanks for fighting for your life. Scott, thank you. You know what, Scott? We were talking about that. I don't know if she will challenge it. You know why? When they filed that lawsuit, and that Dixmoor mayor kind of dropped out, and I was there for both of the. I saw him both times. I think this is my opinion, Scott. I don't know. First of all, you know that Thornton Township is not going to pay for her lawyer to challenge that. The trustees will never approve that. So Tiffany will spend a gang of money herself trying to defend herself against the caucus. What you think? I think because she'd have to come out a lot of money out of pocket, because there's no way the trustees are going to approve that she gets legal counsel to defend her against Napoleon. That's not going to happen, you know. So she'll be taking money out of pocket, and those lawyers are big bucks. And I think Max Solomon, no disrespect to him, but I think he's done 2 flubs so far. One was when Stan Brown and Andrew Holmes' name was on a lawsuit. And then Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown said, we didn't agree for our names to be on there. And the second is the Dixmoor mayor. And he said, I didn't agree to my name being on there. I think Max might be overwhelmed. He might need a little more help, because I saw him over at the Republican caucus too. So Max might need a little more help than he's willing to admit. And I think this is just too much for him. Not that he's not a good lawyer, but I don't think he's the right lawyer for Tiffany at all. And I think the rule is, that's the only thing. I think she would spend more money challenging it, and her chances of being supervisor is very slim. I'm not wishing anything against anybody, but it's slim. I would just save my money and ride out and focus on the Dolton election. That's what I would do. That's my opinion. But that's me looking. I'm not a politician. I never had a passion to be a politician. Like, if Tiffany was my daughter, I would be like, just, you know what? Bow out. Raise your little girl, open your business, enjoy your life. That's what I would do. But then I also see why Tiffany is fighting so hard because this is her legacy. So her legacy, once she's out of office, would be like what do they call those mayors? Embattled, defunct mayor, worst mayor of the year. That would be her legacy. And if she has a chance, because only she and God know, if she has the chance to fight it, I understand why she's fighting it. But in reality, I would wish she would just move away, enjoy her life, open another restaurant, raise her little girl, and have her peace. That was what it just seemed like. It's a lot of stress for someone to be such a young mom. Girl, Miss Asia, don't even try to fight for your for your life. It was a simple video, you guys. It's a simple video. Did she nominate herself or no? We're going into that was not a deep, thought-provoking. We had to get Einstein out here. We had to do an equation. It was just, did she nominate herself or not? I understand everything else. That was it. Yeah. She should keep us. I could agree with that. Yeah. She go get a reality show though. Somebody's gonna give her a reality show. Watch, timestamp it. It happened. They're gonna give her. She's gonna go all over. She's gonna get paid interviews. She's gonna do a reality show. Watch that. Watch it. She's gonna be all over. She's gonna be all over. We're not gonna be done talking about Tiffany Henyard at all. Not at all. She's not gonna give up. She's not gonna give up. I can't imagine what it's like to I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to go under the scrutiny she has to go at. That she goes through on a day-to-day basis and have to raise a child. I just think that's too much. So I would just, open a party planner business. I'm with you. Yep. All right, you guys, be kind to one another. Enjoy yourself in these people comments because, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. It's okay to say something to people, but just don't be nasty about it. Y'all, I don't know if we're going to get through Martin's show tonight. I'm going to sleep early. So I don't know if I'll be able to get through it tonight because it was just too much last night. Dude said, eat an eggplant, put an eggplant in your mouth and shut up. I said, now, how grown are we that we saying that to everybody? Put a ding-a-ling in your mouth and shut up. He said it's unfiltered, uncut. Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was dirty. It was dirty. Politics is dirty, baby. You can disagree. Just be kind. These are real people out here. Love you guys. Hit the like button on the way out, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Can I be recognized, Mayor? You want to be long-winded? I'm just acting.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Commentary Blue Commentary